Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. It almost seems like we've been here before. I just lost my entire screen, so you're going to have to wait because I made Windows very angry at me. I'm going to hit the transition button. There we go. Sorry, I think I just killed my tracker there. Anyway, this is a good start. This is a good start. Okay. Uh-oh, I've got to pull these streams back up. Okay, we're good. We're sold. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I bumped the, what happened was I accidentally bumped the window while I was trying to move something, and Windows went, oh, you want to minimize everything else, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So, we have rolled for tonight's Tournament of Champions setup. We have managed to roll the absolutely terrifying 2023 upper bracket flag set. I'll go over what I have read about this shortly. But just so everyone knows what the Tournament of Champions is, I think most of the people here right this moment were here for this afternoon, which we shall not talk about much. But Tournament of Champions is where we took a whole bunch of champions of prior tournaments, shocking, and put all their names in a hat and gave them new names. Rinoa does not know who Cloud is. Cloud does not know who Rinoa is. No one knows anything about anyone else except that they exist somewhere in this tournament. Each set of games is chosen randomly from a selection of 8, and then we throw them all into a randomizer and say, good luck, have fun. Excuse me. So tonight, as I said, we rolled the 2023 upper brackets. And the way this one works is it's not forced, but it is first and fourth slot were forced. So they both have to take that thief and that black mage in the first and the fourth slot. They were allowed anything except a black belt in slots 2 and 3. They obviously both took a red mage. Cloud made the very wise decision to bring a white mage with this improved harm turned on, while Rinoa wanted more beef and just went with a fighter. 1 to 8 roll and got something good, absolutely. Oh, excuse me, missed my mute button again. They are about to go live on this point, so I'm going to get where I can start the clock here. One thing of big note, this is 3 specific orbs. Only 3 specific orbs are required to get through the black orb and enter Temple of Fiends Revisited. Now, obviously, you still require the loot and the key, but you don't have to kill all 4 orbs. You only have to kill, or you only have to light 3 very specific orbs. We will be able to learn which orbs after we kill Garland, and then, yes, we can talk to the black orb for it to tell us, hey, sucker, you need these ones. White magic, we have heal 3, cure 4 are the only ones we're going to care about. Black magic, we happen to have nothing. Nothing. We don't. We got hold, maybe, I guess. Not good. However, what we haven't seen yet is what AoE caster item they started with, because in this flag set, they start with a mage stick and with just a mage stick. I think they bought the Iron Hammer. Excuse me. I have been pinged. I need to see what my ping is about. Oh, I see what that is. I'm in 2 different note rooms. Whoopsie. I'm going to mute that for 3 hours. Off I go. Sorry. So cloth +4s, I believe all the gear can roll -3 to +5. So decent odds of getting something better than utter trash. But yes, we do start with the mage stick, so we've got fire 2 on 1 person out of the gate. It's better than nothing. We don't really have anything else. We're going to fire 2 Garland down and hope hold keeps them in place. Which, it worked well enough. Cloud has gone straight for the throat. Rinoa TNT from the king, and loot from the princess. We find an X-Cal -2. That is good news for Cloud, terrible news for Noah. Softs are not 1,000 gold. That's very good. Other things of note. There are, technically, if you want, recruits, other characters. Wind, water, and earth are our required orbs. So we need to kill a Tiamat, a Kraken, and a Lich. Not the most ideal set. I guess the most ideal would probably be skipping either Kraken or Tia. Instead we get both Kraken and Tia. But at least we have a Lich instead of a carry to have to deal with. Mad Ponies was slow. That's annoying early on, but at least it's only the Mad Ponies. Now we're into Provoca. So our incentive dungeons and whatnot, I'm trying to find in my list here. We have Ice Cave, Ordeals, Marsh Cave, Titan's Trove, Corneria Lock, and Cardia Islands. You will notice we don't have any incentive dungeons because that way you're not forced to dip a dungeon that you don't need the orb out of. Instead, you have to go almost everywhere else. Vicky had our herb. Okay. There was another thing I needed to mention. Oh yes, the map stuff. World, find it somewhere in my list. I'm sorry, chat. We have early open progression. We have Northern Docks, and we have Cardia Dock, which I believe means, since we start with a bridge and canoe, technically speaking, I think we can just theoretically have a floater receipt. Speedboat, however, is turned on. Oh, we had a nuke and a lock 2 in level 2 black. Oh, that's lovely. So level 1 white is pretty dang good. Level 2 white is apparently useless. Level 1 black is useless, but level 2 black is pretty dang good. Alright. We take those. Those are still early enough levels that you don't care. You kind of look at level 1, 2, sometimes level 3, in my opinion, as kind of the same block where you don't really have to worry about it. If you get what you want in that set of 3, you're doing pretty dang good. Tint and Silver Dagger. We're going to go turn in this TNT. Hope we get either an adamant or a key. I believe with this one we have plus 5% everything on each key item. Alright, now you get to choose to you go turn in the crystal that you just got from the dwarf. Or do you not? We are not. We are going to skip right out of here. Said no thank you. I've done this nonsense. Goodbye. Instead, we're just going to dive straight to Marsh. We're not even going to turn in the herb. I think I probably would have turned in the herb. But yeah, with 2 nuke casters, Marsh is a pretty good idea. Now, our incentive locations within our incentive dungeons are, in fact, vanilla. So, Marsh Cave is the wizard chest, Ice is the drop down, so on and so forth. So we don't have to rip the entire dungeon apart looking for a random incentive. Rinoa is going straight for the throat and going to Crescent. Says, I want another incentive. I want to check the shop here. very cheap cabins. I hadn't even realized that. Meanwhile, Cloud is burning right through Marsh, getting their way all the way to that chest. I haven't seen anything terrible yet. I may have avoided another landfill fire today, chat. Fast is level 6 in black. I think fire 3. I didn't catch the rest. Ship from the Crescent Sages. Okay. And as I tried to mention earlier, we do have speedboat on, so we are not going to be crawling across the 7 seas today. We are just going to be speedboating it instead. We have a ruby out of Marsh. Okay. Again, with these flag sets, that gives us 2 incentive locations. Titan's Trove itself and Sarda behind it. So this is pretty good. Let's see here, Cloud doesn't have the ship, so they're almost required, I think, to go east and kind of reverse Rinoa's steps here. Speaking of, we're going to get a herb turn in, which results in the floater. Okay. Remember back when I said I would have at least turned in the herb? Come on. A little bit of credit, right? We do at least now have an early floater. It's not late, it's not buried. This is looking a lot better, in my opinion, than the other ones have today. I saw Wall in level 3, white. Level 4 white is Arab. We have Zap at level 3, black, maybe lit 2. Black Magic 4 is Saber and lit 3. Okay. The item shop, is this our vendor item? It is not, but that is dirt cheap tents. I'm buying like a million of those and just safe scumming my way everywhere at this point. All of the armor so far is like very sturdy, super positive stuff. That's a +5 on half of that armor right there. Okay, Bane was also at level 4 black. If you're one of those that like insta-kills, there you go. The Cloud stocking up on a few things. Rinoa is in the air in under 10 minutes. This is gonna be a absolute barn burner of a seed, it's looking like so far. Could turn out to be very bad, but we've got the makings of some speed here. Sarda gives us the key. Alright, so we need a cube, a chime, a rod, and an oxio. So we still need pretty much everything. The orbs we rolled ended up making us basically need everything, it looks like. That's right. Okay, cool. No time save. You can't jump into the volcano unless you're raiding the armory. We are now going to go take a look at our incentive Corneria locked chest. Ice +3, that's very good. Gold +1, I mean, flame armor, and a bottle. So the X-Cal might have rolled low, but an Ice +3 isn't really anything to sneeze at either. Now we do know the Mazamune has been removed from the game. It's not allowed in this flag set. It's gone bye-bye. The Vorpal is not an incentive item. No, it is an incentive item. Sorry. So incentive items, we don't have any loose, but we do have the Vorpal is in the pool and one ribbon is in a pool. And I want chat to know on record, it was Z-Man that has cursed the katana to roll a -3. It was not me. It wasn't Razor. It was chat. Not us. I didn't do it. A Coral +1. That's also good because another thing of this flag set is that all the elemental bonuses are actually +30 instead of, I think what's the standard default is usually like +10 or +20. This one is +30. I had not seen what was in Titans. I assume Rinoa checked it and I got distracted talking my mouth off and looking somewhere else. That's a Rune Sword +5. Okay, that fighter is feeling very good. That fighter and thief are both good. Oh, Rinoa doesn't have Ruby. You're right. Thank you, Razor. Okay, that's one of our required dungeons. Ready to go. And again, excuse me, the nice thing about these dungeons, those bosses are required, but they don't have an incentive location in them. There's no loose, and they're not an incentive dungeon. Therefore, they don't have to worry about opening boxes. They can just burn straight through the boss, kill them, light the orb, and get out while the getting's good. Now, depending on what they have at the time, they may go for some greed checks. I can see, you know, like Sky, and I can see some of the, you know, possibly a run straight to mermaids for a quick density check or something. But again, you know your Vorpal's incentivized, you know a Ribbon's incentivized, and in this particular case, they've got flame armor for at least one of their melees, depending on what the rest of their class is. Right, Cloud has one melee. They've got the flame armor. There's the Thor hammer in Dwarf. Anything else in there? No, just a whole bunch of cash. So that's 2 caster items for Rinoa. The loot goblins are always strong. Never strong enough. Oh! Eaten by the troll. Okay. But yeah, the good news for Cloud is their solo carry, their thief in the ninja, is going to have whatever armor and weapons it wants to have. Like, it's got the pick of the litter at this point. Rinoa's a little bit more stressed because they've got to spread their gear out, but they're also got, already, again, like that Ice Sword +3, there was that, is that the Rune +5 in Topher? They've got a lot of good options. So I don't think this seed is going to give anyone any trouble. Okay, all right, Z-Man. Okay, hang on. Get the pitchforks. We Someone's cheating. Cloud is about to be very mad. And there it is. So Grandma Matoya gives us the crown. We're gonna go slap Astos around with it in a couple microwaves. And that is going to give us level 10 on Rinoa as well as the cube. Quarter of the way there for both of our runners. Cloud's about to be halfway there. Now we're going to go check the key lock chests, looking for loot. I actually did not look at our trap tiles. Let's find out. There is Oxyel, so they are a chime away from go mode. So that was Oxyel in Cardia. We're gonna open that bottle. Okay, we're gonna go shopping first. That is Temper at level 7. Okay, we have Fast at level 6. We have Temper at level 7. You don't have a whole lot for your utility black magic spells. Free the fairy and we get the Vorpal +5. All right, no, we don't care. That's all right. Sure. Cloud is looking for a chime and a cube. We know where the cube is. But they are looking to just, they want a tail. They want a tail extremely badly. If they get that tail, the moment they find it, then they can just step on the gas and almost never let go. I did not see, let's see here, trap tiles. So better trap treasure is on. Trap tile pull is set to shuffle, so we just have vanilla pool of trap tiles, but we do have them shuffled. So I tile is not I tile. Now I don't know at this point, like, I don't think you're looking for a trap tile per se, but if I'm in Cloud's position, it's like, I'm going to check these earth tiles. I'm going to check a few things along that are in my way, hoping maybe I get an Ago or an Eye or something that I can just at least crunch out a few quick levels. Rinoa's made it through the Pillar of Ordeals teleportation maze, walking their way up there. Cloud is, this is floor 3 or 2 of Earth? 3, okay, I can never remember. Whenever you've played a whole bunch, like I said earlier, the last set of games I really played was the co-op series, and all the floors have kind of blurred together for me at this point. There's a loose ribbon. Cloud and probably Rinoa will have 2 ribbons if they find the incentivized one. And honestly, since you have that one, I could see Cloud, if they find the chime before they find that ribbon, they may just stop opening chests. Or only open greed chests or something, because like I don't see them chasing down for that incentive ribbon unless it falls in their lap or something. We checked 1 chest out of that pile. I don't get that logic, chat. What am I missing with that one? I have never seen that before. That's an interesting one. I'm going to have to... Okay, so it's technically a trap chest, so it has the better trap treasure marking, but, I mean, literally walked... Okay, there's the incentive ribbon from the adamant turn-in out of Ordeals. It does make a little bit of sense, I guess. If you're in Cloud space, you are definitely wanting to go relatively quickly. That feels to me like you're just out of the way enough. White shirt is in one of the cardio chests. As you can see, we have Bahamut Horde is turned on. I did not see what that was in the back. Was that a fighter behind Lich? There's the power bonk in the cardio group. Okay. Now, if that's a fighter, that is a fighter, but we're not even going to consider it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I could see potentially doing it, but Cloud did not check Horde. What Cloud did was they went straight for the... so the way the Horde works is it duplicates all the Cardia chests themselves into Bahamut's area. So they act like a link chest so that the chest directly behind Bahamut is the incentive chest in Cardia. That's actually, I forget which Cardia Isle it is, but yes, the point is you save the walk without the tail. Sometimes though, like Rinoa did, you might get super lucky and find a tail in that incentive chest, and then you just turn around and talk to Bahamut. That didn't work out this time, but we have found Brack, Lock, and Warp at level 5 black. I didn't see level 5 white, but I think they're the ones that don't have a white, so they don't care. Now we're going to go hit Oasis Vendor. There's the tail. There's the tail. So Rinoa's just going to zip right on across and say, hey, Bahamut, I know I was just here, but can I have an upgrade, please and thank you? So the thing to remember here is, well, no, I want to say that Cloud is, whenever they do buy that tail, because I'm sure they're going to look for that tail, they will open those extra chests in Bahamut's Horde and get their own white shirt and power bonk. But on the flip side, we have seen them, like what they did in Earth Cave, where they just said, no, I want this precise one and that's it. So if they do the same amount of, I'm going to avoid nearly any possible extra chest that I don't have on my list somewhere, they might miss both that white shirt and the power bonk. Which, when Temper's level 7, so that would give a pretty decent potential boost to Rinoa, just by having Saber Caster available for their knight. And again, Cloud checks the, excuse me, and I don't think they have warp, but Cloud does check the trap chest only, then falls down, comes and murders a zombie dragon. Rinoa is going to make a waterfall and or sea shrine play. Didn't see what was in those chests because I looked over at Rinoa and Cloud just moved too quickly. We are now going to go hit just one of these two chests. We're going to ignore all the others because we don't care what could possibly be in them. $1, Bob. Yeah, Cloud doesn't have warp, and that's going to make it faster in Rinoa's case. But also the counterpoint of, look how much Cloud is trying to make themselves skip things. I don't think it's going to be as big a change, because also there's a good chance. Alright, there's a completely useless canal. Congratulations. They thought they had warp or something. I don't know what they thought they had. Thought they had exit, maybe? Either or. Then went, oh, no, I gotta walk up. Oh, we're gonna take the Seafood Party Black. Okay. Why not? You got harm 3 and 2 nukes. I mean, what are the odds that this is terrible? I think you're right, Razor. They were debating whether or not they wanted to go ahead and just reset out of that canal or not. Decided, you know what, we're going to keep the levels, and since I'm going to keep the few levels I've gotten, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more. Rinoa has made it to Waterfall. About to talk to the robot over here once they get away from these pesky wizards. Gold, a cabin, +3 silver armor, a slab, so a piece of rock. Ice armor -2, which is still Better than what they had. And then went, oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? What are we? Okay. Whew. All right, looks like we're probably going to have a sea shrine dive. Exit is level 7. Okay, ouch. Not necessarily ideal, but we'll take it. There's the tail for Cloud. Now let's see what they decide on Bahamut's Horde here. I have the sinking suspicion they're going to skip out on that white shirt and power bonk on accident. You think they grab all of them? I would think surely. Like, it's literally right there. Razor, he's on the wrong side. Okay. Okay. We're at least getting the white shirt. That's good. Which, by the way, that's a +5. Okay. We're going to end up with the power bonk here. That's good. There's the silver. There's the power bonk. Wait, back up. Hold up. I need that. There's a pro cape they don't really want. So now we swap our sword around. We're going to have a Vorpal +5 on that thief. I forgot what we had on the red mage. We're going to get flame armor and a power bonk and an iron shield. Do we have... We don't have a helm for that ninja yet, but we're pretty good. Not the best, but it's something. So now Cloud is ready to tear things apart to find the chime. And considering where they're at, I expect them to go to Sea Shrine and just knock that out, get it out of their way. At this point, they might hit a very proximity greed check, but otherwise, I fully expect them to just go for incentives. Incentives and bosses, and just try to knock this game out. I don't believe I've mentioned it yet, but this is actually a game 2 of a best of 3 between these two runners. Rinoa won their first match, so for Cloud, this is a do or die moment. They have to win this particular match or they are out of the tournament. If they win it, they can force the game 3. That is a white mage behind Kraken, and I have no idea what you guys are saying was that death touch. Kraken does Kraken things, murders a thief. We get a fast off. We get the Brack. We do not get a Brack. Oh well. We lose a black mage, but we get the Brack. That is Water Ore Blip for Rinoa. We are tied 1-1 with Cloud right on their rear. That being said, Rinoa has to go to, where was it, Marsh? No, Titans. They have, so Ruby, they've got to go to Marsh to get the Ruby, to get the Rod. And we have, no one has any idea where Chime is. Probably Slab Lock, like that's the only thing left, isn't it? I think it has to be. Yeah, Slab Lock. Rinoa is apparently part of Team Nevermarsh. People that are trying to gauge the who is who in this Tournament of Champions with hidden identities. Take note. Rinoa has faded Marsh for 30 minutes. And is only going to go there when they have to. And I assume at this point they're looking at the items and go, yeah, I have to go to Marsh, but they're going to pull out the rest of it. Pull out the slab first and see what happens. They also seem to have decided, since the ninja and black mage are down anyway, let's go ahead and get some dedicated XP on the knight and red wizard. Which I can't say I blame them. That's making good use of a scary boss fight. Ah, I had been wondering. It turns out that yes, the Finnish Superstore is in fact on. So they have white and black magic available level 1 through, I think, 7? Or is it all the way to 8, but they don't have Gaia or something like that? I don't quite remember what the rule is. 6, 7. Yeah, no Gaia magic. Okay. So, which is convenient because they are promoted. They no longer will have to visit the low-level town shops. They can just, hey, I'm here anyway for my item. I'm going to hit the superstore, grab all the levels on my, or all the spell slots on my promoted characters. I never have to worry about hunting down towns again. Cloud, meanwhile, has just set the Sea Shrine on fire with their feet. They are still checking a few chests. Okay, bit more than I expected them to, but then those are the easy ones to grab. We're going to go check this better trap chest because you can, and they're greedy. I respect it. Opal shield, no use to them. They're not even checking the one below them. Like, they are sheer focus and will here. And then I say that and they turn around and go, hey, you know what? I'm going to go pick the other 3. So that's what I get for complimenting you, Cloud. I give you a nice seed, and this is how you treat me. Ah, well. Rinoa gets their chime from, their absolutely vanilla chime from Lupa Lupa Land. And now we see, are they going to clear air or clear Mirage and Sky before they go to the terrible, terrible marsh? Or do they just go to Marsh? Yeah, Ordeals was optional, wasn't it? You had, Ordeals gave the admin, I mean, it's optional, yes, but that ribbon is, that's a second ribbon for Rinoa. That takes so much stress off of you at this point, where you're just like, all right, I don't really have to worry about much. We're going to go burn an encounter or looking for a grind fight. I don't know which. Meanwhile, Cloud is beating down Kraken 1 the old-fashioned way. Did we not get Brack? We did not get Brack, apparently. That's fine. I don't like insta-spells, so Cloud gets a point back in my book. Fire 2, okay. That's fine. We've got cures for days. Also, nukes and microwaves for days. I guess Rinoa is doing a desert grind. And there is Kraken 1 down at 3551. Cloud lights their second out of 3 orbs. So they have a choice. They can do ordeals, or they can go wherever Slab is. They have Slab already from Waterfall. They are going to go do that first. And that's going to make them miss a ribbon, but get their chime a little bit faster. well, I say a little bit faster. It's going to get them to their third orb faster than Rinoa is. Cloud will have skipped the optional ordeals and missed the ribbon, but will have saved all of that time of going through ordeals, which wasn't terrible, but it is a little bit out of the way. We're going to go stock up on potions. They have not made it to Lefane. They may not realize that Lefanish Superstore is on, so they are playing it safe and getting a hold of at least the low-level spells along the way. Excuse me. This is my third commentary stream tonight, and my throat is absolutely reminding me that it is my third. There is a Opal +2 in one of these Sky 4? One of the Sky floors. See, I hear that a lot, Z-Man. The problem is, to me, all kinds of tea taste like dirt. And I don't know why. So I'm afraid to get the same effect. Robot Chicken, let's go. Get our buffs on that. Is that the XCal? I mean, it's a -2, but it's still an XCal. Couple microwaves, a Vorpal +5, an XCal. 294 from the XCal. I didn't see what the Vorpal was. We'll try to catch it this time. It is 3 hits, 127. Vorpal doing Vorpal things. XCal comes in like a bus, demolishes it. That is mid-20s on Rinoa's side. You absolutely love to see Robot Chicken when you're set up like this. Well, see, Razor, I'm pretty sure they don't realize that Superstore is on. So they have just seen that store over there and went, oh, well, crap. I could have saved a chunk of time here. But it's okay. You can't be helped. It is the safe play. Tia 1 has been absolutely sent to the moon. Cloud is at go mode at 39 minutes, as Tracker Razor 1 has stated. And at the same time, Rinoa is a rod away from going for their third orb. Cloud just has to pop over next door real quick here and go give Tia the same treatment that Rinoa just did. Going into ice. Hang on a moment. Am I remembering things wrong? What was in ice? Ice was the canal. Oh, Rinoa's not having good luck with their decision making. But again, this is a side effect of apparently being like if you need a demonstration here, Rinoa is putting on a perfect show of Team Nevermarsh. Now, yes, warp makes it quick, like Razor says, and I think it does make sense. But at the same time, it's one of those, I mean, Marsh has been open from basically the start. We're kind of... So has ice? Has it? I guess so. We did start with the canoe. Okay. I guess I'll concede the point. I won't be happy about it. Nonetheless, Rinoa is about to go get their rod. Cloud is going for the North Greed checks. Gonna get their Opal +2. which I think you have to put on the ninja because you don't have, just got flame armor. There you go. You're still missing a helm or a ribbon, but you take what you can get. So we were all wrong. Rinoa was faster through ice than Cloud was, because by the time Rinoa got to ice, they didn't want any of the levels or any other loot that they could have gotten from pulling the rest of the dungeon. They just wanted this ruby that was in Marsh. So when they found the canal, they said, nah, I'm not even gonna walk through the rest of that. And Cloud has just pulled the robot chicken of their own. They don't have an X-Cal to swing, but I bet they're gonna be just fine. We get our fast off on that Borple +5. We get a white shirt evade. We get a wall off. That was still one hit for 180 damage, and that is not a very tanky ninja. That ninja is gonna need a few more levels, I think, because none of this party is nuke safe. There's the rod for Rinoa. There goes the white mage for Cloud. I think their red mage has life, so we're not particularly worried about that, other than missing levels. But hey, that's level 25 on the remaining 3 party members, and that white mage is only level 21, so not too far off. Rinoa is in item go mode. They just have to make it through. This is going to be kind of tight. Cloud is going to get to Topher first. I don't know. It might just be the night fan in me, but I think I kind of lean towards Rinoa's party comp a little bit more than I do Cloud's. Not by much. I don't think it's going to make that big a difference. But it might make a difference. So we'll see. That is Tier 1 soaking a couple hits. Rinoa getting their second ribbon. So they're now feeling pretty good with their survivability here. Cloud has lit their third required orb. They are taking off to restock right as Rinoa has stomped all over a speed bump vampire. Yeah, this is going to be close. So Cloud enters the black orb at 45:30 and begins their inexorable march towards chaos at the end of the dungeon. Rinoa, meanwhile, is just now about 15 seconds away from pulling a Lich. As Z-Man points out, the other thing that has me concerned about Cloud is the HP pool is not very good. Cloud has decent vulnerability across all of his party members to a single nuke. Rinoa is still fairly susceptible, but they do have the Knight that can soak it. So and again, I think it comes back to like the two ribbons for Rinoa and also the two damage dealers. Because that X-Cow is not going to be your Chaos Killer, and possibly not even your Kraken 2 and Tia 2 killers. But it's it's going to contribute a chunk of damage to all of those fights. Even if you decide to prioritize the Vorpal 5 on the Ninja. And I honestly think, I think you swap that Vorpal to the Knight that has all the HP and say, go get him, Tiger. And then you just, at that point, you have the Ninja swap over to whatever second best sword you have on hand. Yeah, I mean, katana, you slap the katana on there and say, hey, here's, have some crit. Have some crit, and we'll maybe be able to spare you a fast by that point. We don't know, but one way or another, it's still very good crit rate, even at -3. So that will still, again, contribute far better, I think, than whatever Cloud's Red Mage has left in the tank. Carry 2. I didn't really notice Lich 2 on these other, on Cloud side. Rinoa 2 almost, or Rinoa also almost did not notice that Lich 2, so we are absolutely burning through this. Chat, we have gone through the entirety of this race with no one pointing out that I, again, forgot to turn on the stream sounds. I'm sorry, but also I'm blaming chat. I cannot hold all the responsibility for this. Didn't even know. Yeah, so part of the problem is with my setup, I don't hear... Oh, we are both on carry 2. Okay. Ah, Cloud lost their Ninja. Was that a Bane? That was a Bane from carry, wasn't it? Did I see that right? Okay. Rinoa pulls ahead with their backup melee. Pops up their Ninja. I say their backup. They pull ahead with the fact that they have the Knight. And absolutely, like, this is what we were worried about with Cloud, that this is still a race, but Rinoa, I think, just has the edge. The only edge I'm willing to give Cloud with this particular setup is they're far less scared of chip damage and recovery in fights with that White Mage. Now, of course, you have to trade that off with, is that worth missing a Knight? Is that worth a giant HP pool and offense capability? And I don't think it's going to be. I really don't. Like, I'm a huge White Mage fan, but I think with this setup, you needed more power in the tank than you actually got a hold of. But we are through Kraken 2. No, wait. Cloud just pulled Kraken 2. I blinked. Rinoa, this is what I get for looking at my messages. I'm so sorry, chat. Kraken 2 is kind of a pushover. Okay. Tia 2, meanwhile. We're gonna buff and swing. And I agree, Razor. I would have pulled a White Mage instead of a red, I think. Now, of course, a lot of this as well is you never know. You just never really know at the start of the race what your magic is going to be, right? And to be fair, double nuke is very good. That has been very nice. But yes, starting with the AoE item, so you know you have a sweeper from the word go. You know the improved harm is on, so you're probably going to get extra AoE. Tier 2 has nuclear, which again knocks down the ninja, but we don't care. That ninja is just gravy, because that's 8 hits and almost 500 damage. Cloud has to chunk through this Tier 2 real quick, or they might be in a long-term hurt. Get a lock out, get a power bonk up. So 2 hits for 209, and that's about almost 2/3 of that ninja gone. We have pulled. He made it. All right. That was some crits. That was some crits. Rinoa has pulled Chaos. We have put all of our hopes and dreams on the night where they belong. We've got our fast off. We've got an invis stack off. We're getting some locks out. A bonus wall just to make things a little bit more irritating. 2 hits, 113. We want some more tempers. We want some more tempers out of this. We're just gonna buff up the ninja for him to get one punched. Alright, that's fine. Kind of a punchy chaos so far, which makes all the invis stacks going on our dueling chaoses right here. 5 hits, 400 damage on Rinoa's side. Chat, this is getting kind of intense here. 8 hits, 800 something on Rinoa. I don't think Cloud's ninja has swung yet. I imagine not. I imagine they're just buffing. We have lost... No, we haven't actually lost anything more. Okay, 7 hits. I think that was maybe 300 because Vorpal doing the Vorpal stuff. Sleep touch on the Black Mage. That is terminated by Rinoa. Very well done. Cloud is getting some astounding crits. 9 hits for about 1,000. Another swing. 7 hits, 1,059. Ladies and gentle people. Wow. An official racetime.gg time for Rinoa, our winner, at 54 minutes, 17 seconds. Cloud won at 54 minutes, or came in second at 54 minutes, 32 seconds. And I'm going to get this on the board here. That is 54:17, and that is 54:32. That is incredibly close. A ginormous GG to both of these runners. That was fantastic, neck and neck at that end there. Rinoa managed to come back in from really a very scary second place to just absolutely go, just burn their way all the way through that. That being said, I will take a sub-hour today. This has been the Tournament of Champions, Rinoa versus Cloud Game 2. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Razor1 for, again, helping out with tracking today. That's twice. There will not, of course, be a post-game interview because, as it turns out, we're trying to keep people secret. Go figure. Let me figure out. Hang on a moment. Hang on. I'm going to try to send us over to RBG Limit Break, where our last game of the day is actually happening. I have to open up the actual chat menu here. Sorry, guys. Raid. Come on, spell correctly. I do this, and then I do RPG limit break. All right. I'm going to send this over there where Celeste and Rydia are having their Game 1 match. Have fun, everyone.